Hey, how you doing? We're live again. Alexa off. Just realised the radio was playing then, in case anyone heard that. Not recommended when you're doing a live chat. Definitely not recommended. Right, let me just change my window over here. But hope you're all doing all right. Got quite a lot of stuff I've got to get through today. Just another quick video for Bertha. Small one, not big one. I was going to do some more podcast recordings today, but I'm now going to leave them. Hey, Mark, you're right. I'm now going to leave the podcastings tomorrow. But I've got to just start some of the work for that new client, Mark. The London one. Just got to look through a few stuff for them there. And then, and yes, I am back on the Pepsi Max, all right? Couldn't hold out. What I'm saying, though, is I will have one of these in the morning, and then the rest of the day, I'll be back onto this stuff, right? So I'm trying to space it out. So I've got to have my caffeine. I've now realised that I've got to have my caffeine kick in the morning. I've got to, otherwise I suffer. I really felt myself suffering yesterday morning. Hope you're all right, George. George. I nearly said George. How you doing, George? George. So today I've just got to edit one video, get that out for Bertha, and then start the client. I also need to chase up the Smith's construction project. Mark will know what I'm talking about, because that's gone quiet all of a sudden, and I don't like it when things go quiet. So I better contact the telecommunication person and check what we're doing there. Oh yeah, Sage. Do you know what? I keep forgetting that one. The Facebook thing. I need to sort that out. Yeah, I need to do that. The only thing outstanding with them was the Facebook thing. So I just need to sort that out. Okay, cool. To be honest, I would. This was on my mind actually last night, believe it or not, Mark. But I would love to get. Ideally, want to get Corner Oaks and AMS closed down by. I would prefer it before the end of March, so they're just done and dusted. They're done, you know, for the financial year and everything. And Smith's ideally as well. Ideally. WebP conversion A, nice. And a few websites, cool. Are you sure there were... No, the minor changes were done. The minor changes were done. There was the Facebook and the minor changes. The minor changes were all done. It was the Facebook that was... That's my fault. I forgot to do that. Because, yeah, it dawned on me last night, actually, how... sometimes... you know, when we were in a flow of motion of getting clients and whatever... We're until we close them up, it kind of stops us, or it stops me a lot from going out and trying to take on any further jobs, because I keep worrying that we're going to hit a point where we'll have like loads conflicting deadlines, but hopefully we can close them off. Yeah, so don't worry about this. The Sage is just the Facebook, and I just need to double check, log in for that. You sent me the email address. I just need to do the connection and all that, and then we should be okay. Right, so just got to edit this movie. Edit a movie. So the podcast is now... Why is this not resizing? I really hate it when this doesn't resize properly. The podcasts are actually now visible in many, many different streams. So we're on Apple, we're on Google, we're on loads of places at the moment. So we're using Buzzsprout, if anyone's heard of it. Buzzsprout is $12 per month, which sounds like a lot. I have to be honest, $12 a month, it sounds like a lot. You're allowed 3 hours for a month. So if you think carefully about how long your podcasts on, I've now realised I've got to shorten them. You can get about 2 or 3 a week, which is really all you want to be aiming for. But they go to so many areas, which is what's good about the Buzzsprout. Once you've made a connection, it just distributes a lot of it for you. So that's good. Yeah, Apple. That was really quick as well. That one, it went on like, boom, like that, really straight away, which I was really happy about. But if anyone is thinking of doing podcasting, let me know, okay? Not because I'm going to give you a link, but because I can recommend and advise you Buzzsprout. You know, you don't need to use an affiliate link. You just go on and use them how you want. But it's a pretty good way of doing it. But always make sure you got a good microphone. If you haven't got a good microphone, you're asking for trouble, okay? Make sure you have a good microphone. It's important. Sorry, you're going to hear some noise in the background a little bit because I'm just just getting this all set up. It's a bit weird how I did this actually. No, and I don't think I am. I think they're in denial that anything happened. And I have to be honest, I'm a little bit hesitant to try out EV Mux again. Hey, Pickstar. I'm in... Oh, so Gigi says, don't drop it a bunch of times like me. What do you mean by drop it a bunch of times like me? What's that? Yes, so EV Mux, I'm a little bit hesitant because I'm so glad that so many of you keep coming back to join in. It's great, love it. But what if you were brand new people listening in? You probably wouldn't have bothered joining in another live chat. You might have gone, oh, forget it. Ah, the microphone. Yes, I get it now. I get it now. Nice one, Gigi. Now I get it. Because twice in a row, the EV Mux just was not playing ball. It was really bad streaming, and that's because it goes through EV Mux. So they control the buffering rate or the speed of how things go out. So I need to test it out on a private Facebook group or something like that. You know, the test one I normally have. Because I was really I thought, you know, brand new people, they could have been switched off. No, I understand, Pigstar. I know you'll keep coming back. But I can imagine that there's always going to be a chance where, you know, say loads of new people join. Ooh, what's this all about? Let's have a look. Let's listen in. And then they see this stutter effect where it's like, hey. Sorry, I broke that then when I twisted the cap. It's like, you know, that whole stuttering, buffering effect. No one wants that, right? No one wants that. Can you imagine, like, if there was a buffering effect and you can see the liquid pouring out into my mouth? Or I could just do it in slow motion. But yeah, you know what I mean, Pigstar. Ooh, the sound on there sounded wrong, didn't it? Ooh, did you hear that? Could you hear that sound quality there? You probably couldn't, but the sound quality there was really bad. That was really bad sound quality. That's just me playing back some footage, okay? So you might hear it, but... ever wanted to create a directory on your WordPress website? And then yes, yep. Okay, cool. That one sounded okay. Oh, the Facebook. Right. Okay. So hold on, Gigi. So that's the So that's part of our mastery membership, if I'm honest. So that's this one here. So the Facebook, etc. Look here. It's the mastery membership. So it's where you pay to join our mastery membership, which I go on about nearly every day sometimes. But that's where we have a private Facebook group as well. Support, but it's not just about the it's not just about the web design or the Elementor side of things. It's about your business, your marketing, your branding. It's about sales funnel. It's about your ideal customer. It's about content creation. What are the sort of things you can do to help yourself out? But it's also sometimes taking a step back and reviewing your business and what are you doing to attract attention, to get clients? And even when you have clients, how are you working with them? And can you make things more efficient, or are you doing as much as you can? But so it's not just about the website, because it's really easy for people to say, hey, I want to create a web design agency, or I'm going to freelance, and I'll use Fiverr and Upwork and other mediums and whatever. But if you don't have a good strategy about your business or your model, the types of people you're going to work with, how you're going to attract them, what are your proposals like? You know, you can easily just get absorbed or lost in the noise. So we cover a lot. I mean, there's tons of new content and stuff coming out on there, and we don't bombard you, by the way. And it is we like to create a family community spirit, and most of all, it's about just making sure we all look after one another. Yeah, what Marcus just said there. Oh yeah, and you get to see more of me. Okay, right. Let me just edit this video. Ported into here some demi. Ported into here some. So sorry if you can hear some sound. I don't know if you can. If you can, sorry about that. But I'm just playing back, and I can't be bothered to put on my headphones. To hear some dummy demo listings. Okay, pretty simple. Now we're going to go to Jack. Click edit. Now in the edit. I know, Pickstar. I know. I tell you what, Mark, I don't know what was going on yesterday. Like, every time I moved my mouse, it was like it was all over the place. And I don't know if there was some friction or something was not working yesterday on that live chat. So we do a weekly live chat as well, which is so at the minute these live chats, they are quite broad and we don't always have an agenda or a focus, and we just go with the flow. We do weekly video. In fact, we do a weekly video chat on every Tuesday with our community, and so it's not just me on camera. Hey Charlie, how you doing? You know, it'll be others. So Charlie, he's part of the membership. He'll be on camera. Mark, he'll be there. He'll be on camera. Michelle, who you've seen around. Gerald just joined a couple of days ago. Great to have him, and we have others as well. My accent is really, really weird. I find sometimes when I play back and listen to my voice, even I can't place it. So yes, it's British, but sometimes people say to me, are you from up north or are you from London? So totally opposite spectrums. And I find my voice changes in pitch depending on how excited I am or who I'm speaking to, or if I'm watching Star Wars. So I don't know. I'm all over the place when it comes to pitches. And it general form. When you're adding, completing this page or another application listing, you click edit. Just editing out some stuff here. Edit. When you're adding a list. So like I said, if you can hear, I don't know, can you actually hear the voice from my speakers? So you know when I'm just right now playing back a video that I'm editing, can you actually hear that on the speakers? I don't know if you can or not. Maybe you can, I don't know. Do let me know if you can. Not that it matters, but it's just kind of like just interesting for my, just for me. Can you hear it or not? There we go. Yeah. It's probably quite faint. I think the reason why you're not going to get most of it is because the microphone is pointed here. Dynamic microphones work on basically like there, about that much away from the further away you get, the more distance the sound sounds until you get closer. If the sound is behind it, it doesn't pick it up that well, kind of thing. Which is why I keep recommending to anyone who's ever going to do any podcasting or video recording, I really strongly recommend you get a dynamic microphone because it blocks out a lot of the periphery noise, per se, kind of thing. I heard about that, Charlie. I heard about that, but yeah, I've heard about that. I mean, I'm not going to buy into that though. I haven't looked deeper into it yet. But I probably won't buy into it. I have to be honest, because at the moment what we currently get is absolutely fine. And if you think about it, £8 a month plus the VAT takes that up to what? I don't know, I'm guessing now. £8, 10, 15, something like that. It's like an extra 90, it's not even 90, is it? It'll be, it'll be about 96, 97, 98 quid extra on top of what you're paying. And I'm just wondering, is it really worth it? Might be. I mean, I love SiteGround, but I would love it even more if they just included that as part of like what you already pay for. Or as we're going to click that. Yeah, I think it's And then we're going to go to special. I mean, I do think it's not a bad thing to have, but I've got a feeling, I've got a strong feeling a lot of people won't go for it because it's just that because it's like an extra 96 quid on top of what you're already paying for. And then when you look at it in total, say like the Grow Big package, which is like 240 or something a year. I think it's the Grow Big package, is that one. Yeah, the one before you go geek. Plus an extra nearly £100 to take 340. When you look at it, you might go, is that really great value? And it wouldn't surprise me if eventually they do include it, because I can't see a lot of people jumping for it. And the only thing that makes up for the big price, because SiteGround ain't cheap, we've got to be honest here, is the customer service. But not sure about, oops, sorry for the high pitch then, screech. I'm not sure about the geolocations. I'm not sure. However, I know SiteGround have a lot of servers dotted around, so I'd like to think it was global, but not sure. Probably you won't get it on Easter Island, put it that way, okay? If you're on Easter Island, do they even have the internet on Easter Island? They must do, don't they? I mean, they'll have some form of like Elon Musk, Starlink, whatever, internet. But I wonder what kind of internet they do have. You know, has anyone ever looked into that? Has anyone ever checked? Whereas we're going to click that, and then we're going to go to specialty, and then we're going to use the real estate property listing girl. Come on, Eileen. Say I'll be mean. You said it best. Dun 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 dun. I still don't know what that song is. I've got so fed up of spending a week humming it into my phone and computer and getting told it is something that's nothing to do with that song. And I'm like, where did I hear it? Hey, Gerald. I'll be in touch, okay, Gerald? Email you just to find out the best time and day. Just a quick 15 minutes, okay? It won't be longer than that. Just quick 15 minutes. Let's just talk about the basis of the website and your business and all that, okay? Just to talk. And I'm not selling you anything, okay? I want to make that really, really clear, okay, Gerald? It's just because you're already part of the Mastery membership, but it's just about. I just want to make sure that we're steering you a bit more to help you out as well. But the what you added to the Facebook group yesterday, I was like, wow, that's really cool. I wasn't able to give you a proper reply because I was busy with my son at the time. But oh yeah, by the way, Gerald, it doesn't have to be today. It's when it's good for you. So if you say to me next week or whenever, it's when it's good for you. All right. So don't panic. Don't worry. Okay. We are very chilled out. Except when Charlie, and I know Charlie's listening, but when Charlie asks a question, you got to get onto it. Sort it out right now. Try it out, have a go. I hope you enjoy it. Take care, see you soon. You know, I can't help but smile or laugh whenever I watch my videos, and I always end them with, I will be seeing you, or take care, see you soon. I always smile and laugh at myself and go, God, how cheesy am I? Yes, I did, Gerald. I mean, if it weren't for my mum and dad messing up my education choices when I was going into A-levels, I wanted to go into graphical design, computer design, animation. I love all that stuff. I love it, And I'm one of those people that, when movies come out with amazing effects and stuff, like when I first saw Gollum, my God, when I first saw Optimus Prime as a Transformer, when I see special effects, I go crazy. The first time you saw the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park, 1993, what a spectacle that was. But also just animation. When you see... Just when, so many people just take away or assume it's really dead easy to do, but, I love stuff like that. I love it. And I wish I'd gone into stuff like that if my parents hadn't, controlled my choices when I was young. Yeah, Charlie, what I will say is, that timeline video I did? It's great for the desktop, but when you come to the mobile, you got to mess around with it a bit more to make it look good on the mobile, so bear that in mind, okay? You can still do it, you just got to mess around a bit more. And don't be surprised if you end up having one section or however you do it, for the desktop timeline. And then you create a completely different section for the mobile. What I would say is don't try and make the desktop work for the mobile because it gets super, super messy. And you're better off just duplicating and then redoing it. But that's free and it works, and it's just using some basic features. In fact, I was surprised, and that all came about when I saw someone do a video where they created a horizontal line using the spacer widget, which is what I think I used. And as soon as I saw that line, I was like, hold on. Hold on. If you do that, you could now put items here, or however you want to do it. Yeah. and one less plugin as well. Exactly. Do you know what was really funny? Someone on the Elementor Facebook group today or last night had an issue with the tabs, and they haven't updated from version 3 in Elementor to version 3.6. They've never updated, so they're out of step. And they updated, and their tabs went completely weird. And the tabs contain template shortcodes. And one person responded to them saying, well, you shouldn't use template shortcodes inside tabs anyway. It's not built for that. And I was like, what the heck are you talking about? Template shortcodes work inside of tabs. You know, it was like, tabs are not built to have shortcodes inside of them. Like, what the heck are you talking about? Right? The problem is more to the fact that they've never really updated. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing I do kind of get a bit annoyed about. I mean, there's a lot of focus these days about supporting developers and people that create things. Of course you should, because this is their business, this is their livelihood. But I often go, $22 for, like, the timeline widget, Charlie. And you kind of go, well, Elementor Pro is $49 and I get all of this. And I sometimes look at some plugins out there, like some booking plugins, and they're like $200. No, Amelia is quite a lot. And you kind of go, that's a lot of money for a plugin and a feature. And I just think that, you know, some plugins, like the timeline one, I would say that's more of a $5 plugin. And this goes back to something I was saying the other day, like last week about WooCommerce. I think George might remember this, or even Pigstar. And you know, WooCommerce, WooCommerce is free, and then you got all of these extra. Hey Jimmy, how you doing? Yeah, we're good. I'm just editing a video, by the way. In fact, I've edited it, so I need to just send it to my computer. Let me just send it. Bertha. Yeah. So, like, WooCommerce is free. And then you got all these WooCommerce plugins that the WooCommerce team create. They're like $70, $100, $200 per year. So some really good add-ons they do, you could, you know, if you really want them, you're paying like $1,000 a year for an extra little plugin or something, like subscription, or just something to do with the WooCommerce infrastructure, whatever. What they should do, right, what they should do is drop the prices, or what they should do is have a premium model. So they should say, if you pay $100 a year, right, you will get every WooCommerce extension you can pick and choose as part of that. And every time we introduce a new one, you'll also get that. Now, let me tell you now, if I'm building a WooCommerce store for a client or anyone, I can pretty much guarantee you that I will get them to pay that $100 extra to get all these much more amazing features, rather than using third-party add-ons, because you'll need to have subscription, you need to have a add-on for a cross-sell, you need to do a variation thing, you need to do a special filter, you need to do da-da-da-da-da. So you start using like 5, 6, 7, 8 different plugins. Recipe for disaster. Because they might work with WooCommerce now, but when WooCommerce updates, things might go out of sync, right? So that's what WooCommerce need to do. I need to do a video on this. They need to change their business model, in my opinion. Because how many of you out there use WooCommerce, but when it comes to doing something extra with WooCommerce, you'll use a different third-party plugin, which might be free, right? And when you look at the WooCommerce solution, which is there, it's $200, and you go, I'm paying $200 for this little thing here per year. It's not even a one-off cost, it's per year. Where's the logic in that? So I just think WooCommerce need to change their model. Because I'm pretty sure when you think about how many websites out there are right now using WooCommerce, You have a premium WooCommerce Pro add-on, which gives you all these extra stuff, like what we get with Elementor Pro. $100, maybe $150, say. Would you use it? Go on, tell me, would you use it? Because I damn sure would. Damn sure would. Yeah. And I think I want to do a video and I want to start a movement. Come on, Woo. You know. I even want to get Ric Flair. Somehow I have to find Ric Flair and get Ric Flair to back me up on this. You know, the whole woo. I need to get Ric Flair to back me up on this. Can you imagine that? That would be amazing, right? And yes, I'm one of those people that used to watch wrestling when I was younger. And yes, I knew it was fake, but I tell you what, fake or not, I don't want to be thrown across a wrestling ring the way they do. Yep, Ric Flair the wrestler, because he, his one of his whatever you call it, his one of his things was like woo, woo. So WooCommerce, yeah, Charlie. So this is for the morning. I've realised I've got to have a caffeine kick in the morning. I'm not firing on all cylinders without it. I mean, after that's done, and that will probably last me until midday now, so I don't have it straight away in the morning. I have it around 10 o'clock-ish. Then the rest of the day, I'm back onto this stuff. So I'm mixing it up a bit. I did. So when I finished the call at midday, 12 o'clock my time, as soon as I turned off, I was out the shop. Boom. Pepsi Max. Boom, boom, boom. Back again. Yeah, I used to like the WWF before it became WWE and all that. It was one of those things that you didn't mind watching because it was literally just entertainment. It was just entertainment. And you can't knock it with like. I know so many people, my aunties and uncles are like, oh, it's fake, it's all fake. I'll be like, yeah, but they're still being thrown across a ring, right? They're still being like, and I know they're taught to fall or whatever, but I tell you what, it's still going to bloody hurt no matter what anyone says. So Dennis is saying, anyone know if I can see the domain which is connected to the database in FTP? Anyone in here hot on FTP? I'm not massively hot on FTP, but I think surely, when you go into FTP, surely you'll see the folder for the WordPress login or something, and that should have the domains there. Wow, ringside Gerald. God, you've lived a lot, Gerald, you have. Take care, Pigstar. See you soon. Pigstar's just confirmed no. You can't see that, Dennis. Is there a problem, Dennis? So when you say you need to see the domain, have you come across an issue? I mean, of course, always ask your host. Enjoy your lunch, Pigstar. It'll probably have egg in it, I bet, whatever you're having. Come on, Eileen. Say I'll be me. You said it best. Dun 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 dun. I've just realised I'm sitting in the wrong position because the camera's not picking up my face, is it? Unless I move a bit more there. There you go, that's better. Hey, Sardaf, how you doing? No Chinese takeaway today. Well done, Pigstar. You take care, alright. Yep, Dexy's Midnight Runners. I think they did another song after that, and that flopped. And then that was it. You never really heard from them again. No, not Dexter. Dexter's. Wasn't it Dexter's? Not Dexter's Midnight Runners. Oh no, now I'm having a moment now. Dexter's. I'm sure it's Dexter's Midnight Runners. Okay, Sardab. I take it you're massively into emojis. Yeah, I mean, to be honest though, Gerald, what I would say to you is, if you want to do it via PowerPoint, do that. Or if you want to just grab a bit of paper, right, and you just scribble what your layout will be, your design, do that. It's quicker and easier. Quicker and easier. You know, saves time. You know, you can be watching TV or listening to the radio or wherever, and you can do it when you're sat in a shop, having a coffee, whatever. Just draw out your wireframe on a bit of paper. You know, it's quick and easy. Just go for that. I often prefer it like that because it then means I can go back to you and go, right, think about that, and I can do my own scribble. And it is definitely quicker. Oh, was it Dexys? Why have I got Dexter's then? So Sahadav, what do you want to talk about? Are you into web design? Are you into Elementor, WordPress, hosting? What are you into, Sahadav? Right, let's just go to... I'm still trying to deduce what Sahadav is saying, which is not making any sense to me at the moment. Directorist, right, yep. So, Gerald, question, just to get it right about my picks. The alt tag can be written in later after copying and making. Yep, you can. Yep, absolutely. Because you do that in your WordPress media library, okay? WordPress media library. WP media library, even. So you can do it afterwards. Yeah. But like I said, remember, focus on the images that are going to be on your hero banners, your main page. Yeah. And your basically your homepage. Focus on those for now. Focus on those, and we can look into that for you as well. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, but it's about getting that homepage to look right, getting your images in, sized correctly, compressed, and all that. Then thinking about your keywords, how you're going to be found, and all of that. It's about just getting that right. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I? Travel the world. Hey Stacy, how you doing? What's the weather like for all of you? It's pretty cloudy and grey here. You know, all of a sudden it's just proper grey clouds. No, not add listings with the directors plugin. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to? No, that's a rubbish image. Let's go for that one. The Sahara sand on top of our head since yesterday. Wow. Oh yeah, you're in Portugal, aren't you? Not on the entire plugin, Charlie. Just on how you can use Bertha to populate the descriptions. But it's not a full-blown video on Directrist. No. Where's that image gone? Where's the image I was using? I've got to find the same image now. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me detach this image. Copy, copy, paste. Edit the image. Remove the background. Now you're probably wondering, why have I made a copy of the image over here? It will all make sense in a moment. Okay, it'll all make sense in a moment. So let's just send that to the back. Send to the back like that. Let's take this over here. Right. Like... In fact, we'll do it all the way to the corner like that. And then this image of me, if I now increase the size to be roughly like... something like that? No, that's not right. I think you can see what I'm doing here, right? I'm just trying to overlap myself. It's always annoying when you do it like this way round how I'm doing it. There we go, that's it. Almost. I think that's it. I think I've done it. Just check there's no artifacts. No, finger looks alright. Yeah, that's alright. That's okay. I can get away with that. There we go. I've done my overlap. Quite cool, right? And I can now, in fact, I think I can just shrink that, pick this up, and now I can even move it like, I can even do this. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Huh? Ergotherapy, what's that? Ergonomics? Ergotherapy. Well, take care, Gerald, okay? Have a great lunch. Hope you have a great catch-up and networking with your friends as well, okay? Have a great time. There we go. Bit of manipulation of the images there. I love it when things come together in a nice way. It is always good. No, don't do that. There's a bit of an artifact going on here because the image. Can you see that white bit there? That's not great. That's not great. Just try that again to remove the background again. See you later, Gerald. You've operated from. Got it. Take it easy. I need to just do a bit of a circle. That's pretty obvious, isn't it? There's a bit of a problem there. So I cut out the background. I've obviously now got this bit of this after effect going on here. So I'm going to have to, make a copy of that image, edit it, restore original image like that, and then I'm going to have to... There we go. I think that does it, and I think if I now go send backwards... No, not send backwards. If I do something like... You can see the split. It's going to make transparency. This is what happens when you start to mess around with imagery. You enter a world of pain. Which is never good. Bring to front. Right, I think that's it. I think we've done it. Yes! Finally, the image is done. This is what happens when you start overlapping and layering things in Canva. Canva is good with layering. It's not the best, but if you're a little bit clever with how you crop images and add them in, you can actually start to layer things in quite a funky way. Right, so directorist. I also just need to double check the news because I believe I heard on the radio that Nazanin, that the lady from the UK, poor mother. I mean, this is amazing news. I don't know about you, Ryan. I know we're digressing here now, but I think, right, I really felt for the husband, for her, for the child, for everyone. The fact, they've been separated for so long, and they are finally on their way home. And I feel like with all the trauma that's going on right now in the world, the fact that she's able to come home, I think that is a major thing. And I can just imagine, as a father, how would you feel if, you were separated from your child and your wife for 6 years? There's people out there they hate it when they're separated from someone for a day or a week, but 6 years, and it just makes you, wow. With everything going on in the world right now, you kind of think, wow, some good news, finally, something. Yeah, I'm glad I'm glad we've got some good news there. Right, so I'm now going to do an upload. I mean, you're obviously watching me upload a video now, okay? Let me just kind of switch to... The Bertha people very nicely have given me access to their YouTube account so I can upload the videos without having to send it to them before they can upload, which makes it a whole lot easier if I'm just adding on some extra stuff for them to help support them. But you're basically getting a preview now of how I like to do things when I populate. I'll start with the directories listings. So I'm just going to get some directories. Just take the notes. This is the quick, easy way of getting like information for your video. So I'm like, because this is helping support directories as well, right? You just take the wording from their plugins and whatever. I may just get the link for their plugin as well. Don't care about that. Come on, that. There you go. There you go. I mean, look at that. I mean, how quick was that in terms of like populating the description for a video? You know, if you're doing it for a plugin or whatever, just take their words, right? You don't even have to modify them because it's kind of like words just to because you're supporting that other plugin as well, so it kind of helps out the Bertha team and the directories as well. So if just a tip there. There you go. And that video, because it's only about 3 minutes 32 seconds, is now already uploaded and the high def check has been done. So I can publish that for them. And that's now done for the Bertha team. Way to go, Imran! And it's kind of like in the mornings after I've dropped my son off at school, and I walk and then walk back, I like to get my steps in. Sometimes that's the best time for me to just go, right, pull the blinds down, whatever, make sure the other lights are on, get the video done. Might get 2 or 3 videos done in like one and a bit hours. They're done. Then you can edit, release, do what you want with them, but that's done. And then you focus on loads of other things. So right now I've got a list of quite a few stuff I want to get through today. We got a new client from yesterday. It's more of a helping them out with the fact they've got a very big website at the moment, very big, and we just need to do some checks on stuff on it for them, but it could be an ongoing thing with them. So we've got to do that. And then, mainly that today. That's the main focus, and to help them form a strategy going forwards with their SEO. So they have a digital writer, content writer, who writes their blog posts for them. I say blog posts, but they're not really just blog posts, they're posts. But the trouble is the post is lovely written, and then you have someone else who does the SEO. And then you have someone else who kind of stitches it all together. And if you're not all in sync with one another, the SEO person's then trying to shove words in to improve what you've got here with your content. And then you've got the person who then builds the page is then having to shove even more keywords or make it work. And if you're not all on the same page, you're just duplicating effort. And what I want to do is kind of redo the SEO for they have 6 landing pages. I want to redo that. But then also give them a strategy by saying, right, I'm looking at your latest post, right? Because they do a post every day. And they've got over 700 posts at the moment. I'm saying, look at your latest post. Look what was written. So you need to get into the mindset of getting it right here at the point of the content writing. So when the person who's now maybe going to populate the SEO, could the content writer do that? Maybe. I don't know. Probably not. But if they've got in mind what the keywords are and how to fit it in, that removes the SEO person. And now when you get the person who's now putting it all together on the Elementor page, and then making sure they get the green ticks on the rank math and all of that, if the keywords are all in the right places already and it's already been thought out, even with the images, because they're having to do the images as well, the compress, convert and all that, the alt tags. You get all of that right here, well, the one in the middle now doesn't need to worry too much because it's done. They might just scan it. Yeah, cool. And then the one here, half their work's done as well. Because when they get the article, they already know what the keywords are. They know they're in the right places. When they get the images, they're already thinking about making sure that's the word to use. And it should make the time that you now do the SEO for that article, you should be doing it in 15, 20 minutes per day. You shouldn't be spending half a day. I mean, of course, if you're building it, you could say you got to add on about an hour for that. But even then, if you know your content, you know your images, and that's about all it is, images, content, whatever, you should be copy, paste, boom, 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 images, alt tag, the alt text, keywords, get them in, but it's about getting it right here. So if you have a content writer who just writes your content with no idea of your keywords, you're going to end up redoing it. You got the time to redo it. But if you're trying to make it slick and quick, you don't want to be spending time on that. And if we have someone who's doing a post a day, and half of that day can get drawn up with, probably not the whole half day, but sometimes half a day is taken away with building that post and modifying, you're losing time on doing other stuff, So I cannot stress enough how whenever you start thinking about your post, in fact, Birth for AI is very hot on that. So when you come to do a post, it's already asking you, what is your keyword? And if you're writing a post about, I don't know, microphones, and you haven't even thought about your keyword, I'd be thinking of dynamic microphone. Another keyword I'd be thinking of is blogging microphone, podcasting microphone, budget microphones, budget and easy to use, budget play and go microphones, right? Just plug it and away you go. Don't need to install any extra software or anything like that. You think of those keywords, and then you use Birth for AI or any other content writing tool, and it starts to churn out your words for you. You're halfway there. It's already got your keywords integrated, hopefully somewhere in there. You might need to double check that, but you're halfway there. Rather than, let's write 350 words Oh, my keyword is microphones. Dynamic microphones, and I haven't really mentioned dynamic microphones. So, or dynamic microphones that are cheap or easy to use. So, focus on that, okay? Oh yeah, I need to just quickly log in now. As I do. And just, wow. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. You know what I don't like? There was a TV advert on yesterday, and the background music to the advert was a song being sung by Kermit the Frog. And the advert was nothing to do with the Muppets, nothing to do with puppets, nothing at all. What the heck? How dare they use a song by Kermit the Frog? How dare they? That is not allowed, okay? If you're not going to have a Muppet, or a puppet, or anything in the background of that video, how dare you? How dare you? And of course they are allowed, I can't whinge, they can do what they want. And the Muppets probably, Kermit the Frog isn't there right now, going, oh yeah, Miss Piggy. He's probably got tons of cash, wad of cash in his pocket going, yeah, look what I made. But he shouldn't, Right, so Jimmy, not trying to make excuses here, right? But all your email, I need to book off like an hour or two to just really go through that. And it is on my list. So I've got a list over here, right, of things to go through. And you're there. You're number 2 at the moment. So I just need to crack on with a few things and then I will get onto it, okay? It's just because what you were sharing with me there, it's not one of those like simple quick ones you can just go, oh yeah, that whatever. It's one of the ones I just need to study it and actually go through it and replicate what you did as well. Ah, nice one, Mark. Yeah, let's what about the other pages, Mark? No, don't worry, Jimmy. I will. Your email is there. I will go through it. I just need to have that like hard focus time on it. Yeah, what about the other pages, Mark? Is it just the home page that we have the details for now? Dun, 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 dun. sometimes WeTransfer.com can be such a pain. You know, you tell it what you want to send, okay, and then it won't send it until you fill in something else or whatever, and it's a bit of a like, you know, just populate, discombobulate even. Oh man, couple of weeks. Ugh. I suppose, yeah, let's just get that homepage done then. Yeah, send it over. I mean, anyone who uses WeTransfer, one thing I don't like about them is that when you put in your to email, it then copies it into the from. It's like, no, that's what I'm sending it to. Why have you stuck it into the from? Yeah, to be honest, Mark, I'm probably not even gonna properly work on it until tomorrow anyway. So I want to make a dent in this other, the London one today. No rush late this week. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, unless the I mean, you're gonna know better then because you've seen it. But unless the changes are very drastic, I mean, what are we talking, like an hour's work here? An hour or two, something like that. I can fit it in when I'm on a toilet break. What are we talking about here? Yeah, probably 10 minutes. Probably 10. Don't forget though, Mark, okay, do remind them of the fact that there were those 5 or 6 videos. There's no, at the minute, indication of where are they going or what's happening with them. Oh yeah, that was it. One of the videos they had, what was it? Yeah, that was it. Yeah, I remember now. They had to give us the original file, didn't they? Yeah, I think they just got to clarify in it bits like that. Oh dear. Someone had a problem on the Facebook community group, and I told them to roll back, and then they came back with it doesn't work. And then 2 minutes later, it does work. Well, of course it worked. Hey, don't worry, George. Look, you're a busy guy. You're a busy guy, okay? And it's better to be busy than not busy, you know? And we're the lucky ones that we have your presence, all right? Not the other way around, okay? We're lucky that we have you. Because you know your code, right? You're a genius on code. Elements kit. Do you know what? No, and I'll tell you why. I've not used it. I didn't find anything majorly important in that I needed to use. I think, does the Elements Kit plugin have the mega menu? I think it does, doesn't it? And I nearly used it for that. If it was that one, I think it was that one, the Elements Kit plugin. It has a mega menu. But I found when I looked at it, it restricted creativity. You could only do so much if it was that plugin. And I just did not find the absolute need to use it. And I think I've said this many times. I've used premium add-ons on 2 different websites because there was something they had I really had to use. Other than that, I just don't. I haven't really found the. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, the might have been the mega menu. Yeah, I just haven't found the massive need to use it. Well, any plugin, to be honest. I have to be honest here. I prefer to keep everything in the Elementor Pro infrastructure. Yeah, I prefer to keep it with that. Yeah, take care, Mark. Take care. Someone's just asked us to test out one of their plugins. I'm not going to mention it until I know it's good to use or not. But we're just going to test it out. It looks alright, but I'm going to do an honest review. I do make it clear to people. They go, oh yeah, could you do a review on it? And I go, right, be aware, this will be an honest review. So if I find any flaws or anything I feel like they could improve on or doesn't make sense, I will mention it. But if I feel like your plugin is not good at all, then I won't I'll let you know, and then you can decide, do you still want me to do a review? So I won't do the review otherwise. And I'm not saying I'm only going to do reviews for people who where it's beneficial to them, but I don't want to do a review for, say, I won't do a review to say this is rubbish. I don't want to become that kind of reviewist, because it's not like a movie review. Yeah, this is someone's company in a way, so I would want to respect that. Oh, sorry, I just missed all the questions there. Stacey, law enforcement, creating a website for them, the restrictions that the hosting company has, horrific. Cheers, Jimmy. I'm glad you like my way of thinking. It's a bit erratic sometimes. For a plugin to be effective, I mean, what is the issue you're having, Stacey? Because when you say restrictions, some hosting companies can be such arses when it comes to what plugins you can install, and I hate those hosting. Like GoDaddy don't let you install certain plugins, and you're like, what the heck is up with you? So but what's your issue, Stacey, out of interest? Now Elements Kit. Here's another reason I didn't use Elements Kit. About this time last year, so March 2021, I remember reading up about how Elements Kit had some vulnerability issues. And for that reason, I decided not to use it for this client, for some mega menu stuff and like that. And my question I would say to you is, what feature of Elements Kit are you using? In fact, yeah, if you tell us what widget or special type of feature does the Elements Kit give you that you feel you need to use, just because there may be another option. You can maybe do something in Elementor Pro, or yeah, I think if we haven't, it's like if you say, oh, it's to add an image, we're like, oh, hold on a second, Stacey, just use Elementor Pro. But it depends on what feature you're adding, you know. Depends on the feature. Anyone here who uses eBay, how many times a month do eBay send emails going, we've now updated our terms and conditions? We've now updated our terms and conditions. Like every week there's a new email. We've now updated our terms and conditions. Bloody hell, mate. You know, come on. It's all the bloody time. eBay. So yeah, out of curiosity, Stacey, what is the widget you're using? Just out of curiosity. Dun 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 dun. Breathe and stop. For real. Give me what you got. Breathe and stop. For real. Give me what you got. Hey, I don't know if you knew about this, by the way, but you know that I'm doing a talk next Wednesday with, Jeffrey from Lightbox, and it's going to be about Elementor Cloud website and ideas for business growth. So I'm doing it with Jeffrey, Tony Baker, and Andrea. And it's all about how can you incorporate Elementor Cloud website into your business model to earn more. So I'm doing a live discussion with Jeffrey, from Lightbox. Right, my phone's ringing. I'm just going to turn it off, okay? Hold on. Hey, hope you can all still hear me over here. I'm just going to quickly go down and grab a chocolate bar. I'll be back in a moment, okay? But just check Stacey's question. The hosting company firewalls certain plugins and you have to unblock them. Yeah, okay, so the link for this one, Where's the link for it? Here it is. Here's the link for it. So next Wed, 23rd of March, 10 a.m. EDT or 2 p.m. GMT. There's the link. So it's a talk with Jeffrey. And you know Jeffrey from Lightbox. He's a great guy. He is a super guy. And I learned a lot from his videos, believe it or not, when I first started with Elementor. You know, he is a cool guy. Really great guy. Right, I'm just going to go grab a bar. Yeah, so Stacy, I'm one of those where... But what is the feature? So let's not worry about the hosting. What is that feature that has made you use Elements Kit? What is it? I'll be back in 1 minute. Yay. Yeah, so Stacy, what is the feature you're using? No, Charlie, I've not. No. What's it like? Oh, the icon box. Stacy, can you email me on one of these addresses, right? With what are you trying to achieve with your icon box? Was it something special about that icon box? I've heard about Sending Blue. I just haven't got massively involved into testing it out or using it. You can be the guinea pig, Charlie. Oh no. Is it like you got to put in some special API or something? I'm still a bit surprised. I'm trying to understand. There's a lot of people who are very, like, they refuse to use Facebook. Can someone explain to me? I know Facebook is full of trolls and people and you don't like sharing stuff, whatever, but why is there this massive hatred of Facebook? And people say, oh, it's because they store your data. Well, every social media is storing something of you, you know, or whatever. Yeah, cheers, Stacey. Yeah, I look forward to the email. I know what you mean, Charlie. I know what I mean. And that would be nice, actually, you know, if something like that happened where something popped or a sound came up. It's like someone has written to me and said, you know, they don't like Facebook, and if Elementor requires them to use Facebook, they will cancel their subscription with Elementor. And I'm like, you can use Elementor regardless of the Facebook thing, for starters. But they just hate it. Stacey, do you have any suggestions on connecting Facebook for my blog? Oh yeah, absolutely, Stacey. You need to use this. You need to use this. It is super, super good. And it's not just for Facebook. It's got a messenger bot, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can even add a YouTube channel. Hey, Pickstar. Hope it went well. Your lunch. Yeah, I mean, I think in response to Jimmy, I think the Facebook thing is just it's like building a community for the Elementor to respond on. Haha, I know what you mean, Charlie. Hey, SS. Yeah, so making a carousel. When I insert the template, it doesn't show correctly. It shows me a strip instead of the full width. Depends on how you set the template up. So did you set your template up to be the same size as how the slider or the carousel would look? I can't comment on Unlimited because we just use Elementor Pro mainly. So what I would say is the slider, the size of the slider, is that the same size as what you've kind of done for Cool Stacey? Hope that helps. For your template. So did you add the template shortcode? And obviously when you add it in to Elementor, it won't show anything. You got to publish it and go to live. Yes, you're full. Oh, Pickstar, do you know what? I think we have more food conversations, you and me do. I just don't get why some people are they're literally like leaving comments for me saying, you know, if we have to use the Facebook community group, we're going to cancel Elementor. And it's like, really? Like, really? There is already a support network and loads of plugins. You know, I just, you might want to check your slider settings. So check your slide settings. It sounds to me like it. So what I would say you do is put your template shortcode in another section, SS. Does it come through? Good. So the shortcode is fine. Then check your slider settings, the content, your padding, whatever. Check all of that. So yeah, Jimmy. Yeah, I mean, I have to be honest. When I first started using Facebook in 2009, I got caught into the trap of putting everything on there, and then I started to kind of now. I mean, anyone who is a friend of mine on Facebook, they'll see I do put stuff on, but I'm not. It's not rampant, constant. Oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I think it's going to be interesting to see how things go. I think the whole Elementor Community Hub was a good idea, but I've been really honest in my review in that I used it a lot in October, and then I kind of drifted out of it because, like, I was getting continuous, I'm not kidding you, email after email after email, and it was really like, it started to get on my nerves a bit. You know, as soon like if you have a conversation with someone and there's 20 messages, you're getting 20 emails. And it was like, oh, really? Or it would say someone has mentioned you and you go in and it wasn't even a proper mention. And it's like, oh, this is too much. Yeah. I mean, I stopped using Facebook in 2011. I mean, I've only come back to it during about 2017, 2018. It was only now and again. And now the primary use when I'm on Facebook is actually when it's the Elementor community. And I am a bit fed up of the amount of sponsored adverts that come through on Facebook. The amount of products, the amount of people going, hey, I'm going to help you make $20,000 today. Hey, we're going to do this. Hey, we're going to do that. And that gets on my nerves, you know, the constant stream of adverts. Did you just say that, Charlie? Did you just say what I think you just said? Right, let me show you, Charlie. Right, let me show you, Charlie. Alright, just hold on. Alright, hold on. Hold on, Charlie. I did a review of it. It basically allows you to have loads of social media icons, and it has a messenger bot built in as well. So hold on, let me get it for you. And guess what, Charlie? Guess what? I have the pro version. I have the pro version as well. So let me just here you go. There you go. So WP Social Ninja. And I show how I connected my accounts. By the way, when I did this video, this is before they built out the Facebook integration, which they now have in there. What's that noise? Oh, yeah, so it's got some Facebook integration in there that you might want to use. So give it a go. And guess what, Charlie? Guess what? Guess what, Charlie? I've got the unlimited sites lifetime license. What? Ain't I good, Charlie? Ain't I good? SS, I think the FBA has been the best place to get help. Has been really. No, they have the once you've logged into Elementor, you have the support ticket. I know some people have had issues. Oh, whenever I've used them, they've been quite quick with me. Ain't that right, Charlie? Ain't that right? When I've used a support network, they've been pretty quick, but you know, some people have to wait a long time or whatever, and you hear some stories, but 9 times out of 10, when I've had a problem or something wasn't clear, I just used to go to the Facebook group and go, is anyone else having this problem? Is it just me? And pretty quickly you get an answer, and then you kind of just move on. Or what you do is you go to the Facebook group and you do a search. You go, well, you know, similar problems or whatever is the issue. Yeah, I mean, the Facebook group is where you get a lot of the support anyway. And yeah, same here. So Pixar and Charlie, we've used up. We've still got about 920 odd licenses left. Which is kind of nice though, isn't it? Knowing that you have this like. And to be honest though, when I say 920, I think it's more. I think it's less. I think it's more than that, because we have some clients that then stop using gear or they go elsewhere, so we go, right, you got to buy it yourself or whatever. So I think we're more at 940, I think, something around there. I think the way the messaging came out, I think they should have been a bit clearer and made it clear that, look, here's how you contact Elementor. You have the elementor.com where you log in and you got the support ticket system. You got the Facebook community. You had the community hub as well. And what they need to now say is the community hub, which has only been around for about 7 months, that is what we're shutting down at the end of March. But the elementor.com support is still there. The Facebook community group, the Facebook is still there, and there's other groups. It's going to get better. I think they should have phrased it like that. So they should have shown, like, you know, 3 columns. Here's what you got. Here's what we're taking off. But you still got that, and we're going to make it better with subgroups and stuff, and FAQs and all that. And you still got the support. Yes! Yeah, what Charlie said. Of course I'm going to agree with what Charlie said, but But yeah, if you want to sign up for the Mastery membership, you can do. Yeah, I mean, it has to be said, though, since they did all the pricing plan changes and all of that, you can see there's a lot more production and stuff coming out of Elementor. There seems to be more development. I mean, the education side, the YouTube videos, the personalities that you're now seeing a lot more visibly on screen. You can see there's been a big push. You can see there's been changes there, and I think that's good. I think that's good. Exactly. I think, and also at the same time, some people, when they go to Facebook, they ask some questions, and you kind of go, that's actually nothing to do with Elementor. Or they ask a question like, I sent a ticket to the support network, no one's got back to me in 24 hours, get back to me. And you kind of think, no, that's your support network, not the community group. There may be some truth in that. There may be some truth in that. You might get better support with the new agency plan. But to be honest, I would say that I've only ever had to go to the support team twice in the last 20 odd months. And one of them was because the website would not connect. And then they were like, just remove the plugin and add it again. I did, and it was fine. And the second time, what was it about? This is back in the old days, whereby you know, when you go to your page and it just says edit, and then it goes to safe mode, and you're going, what the heck's that? And that's when I got into the pattern of regenerate your CSS, purge your site, purge your server, and sometimes you're going to have to install WP Optimize, run the database cleanup, ding, 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 ding. I might also go to SiteGround. This is where you purge your server, boom, go to my website, and it's all fine. It's all fine. And that was it. That was it. Other than that, I've never had to use it. Well, I've used it twice, but I kind of problem solve will sort out what I need. Yeah, Stacy, I've not had your email yet. Can you send it to send? If you're still there, Stacy, can you drop your email over to here? Not had your email yet. Oh yes, slider carousel. I did bring the shortcode into regular section, no problem. Just the issue. Right, okay, so for me it sounds like add in a brand new carousel, right? Make sure you've only got one slide, so delete. Normally when you add a carousel in, it might have 3 or 5 dummies. Get rid of all of them and have just one. Make sure you've deleted the author, make sure you've deleted everything inside so that it's a completely blank carousel. Then dump in your template shortcode and then test it. By the way, SS, what version of Elementor Pro are you using? What, from eBay, Charlie? Yeah, it's just what I mean. Every week there's a new email, and you think, I don't even. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Delete. I don't bloody care. Like, they don't even tell you what they changed. They expect you to read it. Just tell us, oh, we found a typo. Just change it. And was it working before you did the update, SS? Was it working before you updated? Yep, Stacey, I just got your email. I'm going to look at it now. Yeah, so try with a new one, okay? Try with a new one, all right? Just try with a new one. Make sure there's no settings. Make sure there's no custom CSS in it. Make sure there's no... Make sure you haven't got any testimonial, carousel, CSS anywhere in your website or something. I've updated to 3.64, but I did it on one of my test sites, so I haven't checked it with the navigation menu yet. I know some people, in fact, let me just do it now. I know some people, what they said was, they said on the navigation menu they had a bit of an issue. So I'm now just going to add save template. Let's just add in a header. I'm just going to add in a navigation menu. All right. Don't think I've got one for a header. Let me just add a test one into my 3.6.4 page. Oh yeah, I have got one. There you go. Let's just add in a menu. I'm going to look at your email in a minute, Stacey. Just don't... Sorry if it sounds like I'm ignoring you. I don't mean to, okay? Just wait a moment. Hey, Soom, how you doing? Where you been? Not seen you for... Actually, were you here yesterday? So I probably have seen you. Ah, good man. Look, take care, okay? Have a good time. Doing whatever you're doing. Sleeping, no doubt. Take it easy, alright? Surface page. Come on, load up, load up. Flipping it. Right, just trying to load up a page here. Why's my template not showing? I'm talking about my header. Why's my header not showing? Come on. Hey KD, hey, glad to have you. And I'm glad you're liking the videos. You know, look, at the end of the day, if they help you, your clients, and your business just progress and get things done, that is good. Right. So Charlie, on one of my dummy test sites, okay, I have now updated to 3.6.4, and a lot of people have been complaining. Oh no, it is working. Hold on, let me just double check in a Cognito window, because that might have been luck. That might have just been the fact that it was still on the website. Yeah, so if you update to 3.6.4, everyone, your drop down for your menu will not work. So anyone out there who's updated to 3.6.4 right now, roll back to 3.6.2 or something, because right now you're going to have a problem with your drop down for your mobile. So you click your navigation bar, it will not open. So here is my warning, okay? Do not update to 3.6.4. If you have, go and check your website right now, because your drop down, I bet it's not working. This is the issue quite a few people have reported. So sort it out. Sort it out. Okay? It is not good if you've got it, because it's just not good. Right, I'm going to be back in 5 minutes, okay? I'm going to be back in 5 minutes. Alright, so 12:20, we've been live for nearly 2 hours, but I'm going to be back in 5 minutes, and I will look at your email, Stacey, as soon as I get back, okay? So just hang on, and I will be back. Alright? No, that's a good idea, Charlie, as well. And to be honest, the 3.6.4, that one has got people a little bit bothered, so I will do that. 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm back. You didn't miss anything, mate. So Stacy, you can only go back to 3.5.2. Are you sure? Hey, I'm back. Here's my dinner. A block of red Leicester cheese. It's a lot of fat, but practically zero carbs. That's cool. Right, let me just double check, because a lot of you are now saying you can't roll back. Let me just check. Can I roll back? Because I've just tested it on a testing website, so I don't really care. It's a test website. Don't care. Cheddaring around. I like that. Version control. Do you know what? I've got the same as well. That's a bit strange, isn't it? Elementor Pro version history. I'm just checking the change log. If you go with the new version, Pickstar, you know your drop down for your menu, it won't drop down. Hmm. 3.5.2. Hold on, I need to just check this now, these plugins. Because 3.5.2 is from the 28th of November, which is quite far back, actually. Let me just check on the Facebook group. Let me just see what's happening. Because that's a bit of a problem, if I'm going to be honest. And that is something you'd like to think they're going to sort out pretty quick. Because that's not good. I think it's the sizing of your sliders and your testimonials, SSRW. Let me just do a search for 3.6.4. I have to be honest, I'm not sure what's going on here now, because 3.5. Actually, wait, hold on. I'm going to roll. Shall I do it? Let me test it. I have a test website. Who cares if this website breaks? It's a test website. I couldn't give a shit if it breaks because it's a test website. Right, let me roll back and tell you what happens, okay? I'll be the guinea pig. Let me tell you what happens. Right? So I've now rolled back. Let me see what happens. So I've rolled back to 3.5.2, right? I am now going to go back into my tools. Okay. Go back to my version control. Hey, Carapos. Right, okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a different method. So I'm going to go to elementor.com, the actual elementor.com website. Let me go to my subscriptions. Let me go to my download zip. Yes, when you download, it's only going to give you 3.6.4. Yeah. I'm just checking something. All right, just wait a minute. This is a bit of a problem for people. I would like to think they're aware of this. Well, pick start, it's going to be your navigation bar. So anywhere where you got a navigation bar, the issue is a pretty big problem. See, once you've rolled back to 3.5.2, right? And then you go to your dashboard and you click updates. Okay. It's a pity, but it doesn't allow you to pick 3.6.2. Which I find really peculiar. This is quite peculiar. Why is it not allowing you to do... So I've rolled back to 3.5.2. I'm going to regenerate the files. Generate, sync the library. Go to version control. And at the moment it is stuck. Let me just get the Facebook page. Not the Facebook page, the GitHub page. Come on, load up, load up, load up, load up, load up. I think I got it from Nigel before. Where was the GitHub page? No, it wasn't Nigel. It was Chris, I think, gave it to me. Here you go, elemental issue. So I'm going to the elemental issue page. Right. So I'm going to the issues. I don't think it's been reported in the hub, in the issue. Let me just check. Drop down. Let me just check the drop down. No, I don't think it's been reported. Yeah, see what I mean? The sub menu bit. So hold on, Shadman is saying client's website, my listing theme, and I want to remove WooCommerce, but not able to do it. You just got to deactivate and remove the plugin. Deactivate and remove the plugin, Shadman. Shadman. Right, so I'm just gonna quickly add this as a new issue. In fact, I'm just going to quickly ask a few people I know. Couldn't find it on the... Yeah, good point. Might be a good idea actually. I'm gonna go to the plugin and just let me just deactivate and reactivate that. So for anyone out there, recommendation is do not update to 3.6.4 at the moment, okay? Because there does seem to be some issues with it. By the way, Stacey, if you're still there, I still need to look at your email, and I am going to look at it. I'm just quickly double checking this stuff. Okay, Shadman, if you've not got deactivate option, it sounds to me like, have you got admin access to this website? If you've not got admin access, that's probably why you can't do it. No. Okay, so I've posed a question to some key people at Elementor about 3.6.4, okay? Oh, is there an update to 3.6.4? Did you just say there was, Pickstar? Sorry, Pickstar, which update? Have you seen another update? 3.6.4? Is there now a 3.6.5? Let me just update again. That's weird. I can't see that update. So when you said there's another update, the trouble is, but you know, sometimes these updates, they take a while to filter around the world, which takes a while. So you've probably got the update. I haven't got that update yet. Ah, right. No, don't do 3.6.4. That's the one you shouldn't do. Stay on 3.6.3. or 3.6.2. Point 3 and point 4 have got issues. Don't go to point 4. Point 4 is where the issue is, okay? Don't go there. Right, so don't update. Hey Digital, you're right. Yeah, Pickstar, don't. We've made it clear now. We're all shouting at you, don't. Hey Arindam, don't update to 3.6.4 everyone, okay? There are issues. Shadman, if you've not got deactivate access under WooCommerce, it sounds like something's not right. You should be able to remove WooCommerce. I know I have on my listing themes before. Something's not right. So how do I handle updates for lots of clients? I use Manage WP plugin or management system for WordPress, or I just go in and check the website and then update accordingly. Right, just looking at your link now, Stacey, if you're still there. Sorry about the time it's taken to look at this, because you actually sent the link nearly half an hour ago, so I'm really sorry for the delay. So you see, Stacey, when I look at your icon boxes, obviously what you're doing is it's this gradient effect, isn't it, that you're doing, that grows. And I'm just wondering, you see, like, how important is that gradient effect, what you're doing? You're better off just doing something like when you hover over the column, the box grows as what you've got, and the background becomes a darker black maybe, or even yellow. And it might not grow the way it's growing, but it kind of appears, the gradient effect, whatever. But you're probably better off just doing that in Elementor Pro and not bother with Elements Kit. That would be that's how I would do it. So you could use this video, which is oh damn it, done the wrong thing. So you could use let me get it for you, column hover effect. So let me show you this, right? Woo. See this video, right? So this is like the column hover. So what you do is you add this in, and then what you can do is you can make things appear. You could use like the background overlay effect. Where's the background overlay effect? What's that one? Background overlay opacity, that was it. So let me overlay. So you could use stuff like that. So background overlay opacity. Sometimes I forget how I write it in CSS, and I'm going to remind myself. CSS. I can't remember the exact code, but you could use stuff like that. But the hover code is in that video. Da, 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 da. Medio font. That's what I said. It's the Medio font. Whoa, what's that? Some music, some clapping started to play then. Glossary. Just downloading a font here. So, by the way, a couple of key players in the Elementor, the Facebook moderators, I've asked them, they've come back to confirm, they're aware of the problem as well. And they had the same issue. How quick is it going to get sorted out? I don't know, but I would like to think in a day or two, there will be a solution. What this? The Bertha people got it for me. They actually got it for me for free. So it's the Lorem Ipsum Killer top. They actually got it for me for free, which was nice of them because obviously I'm helping them out with some Bertha videos and stuff like that. So that was quite nice of them, I must say. That was nice of them. That was awfully pleasant of them, I must say. Jolly good. What not? But that was nice of them. It was, actually, because I wasn't expecting that. And they were like, hey, do you want a top? And I thought, well, if I'm going to do videos, it makes sense to wear some merchandise, doesn't it? Medio? What's it called? It's called Medio. Lorem Ipsum Imran is nicer. Yeah, we still need to sort out the merchandise, don't we? Digital Allman. Do you have much insight in setting up payment gateways when it comes to a client site? Well, if it's WooCommerce, you just go through the payment gateways there, so PayPal, Stripe, and all of that. I mean, we have got this video. Here we go. Right, so here's a video about payment gateways. Watch that. Okay. But then it often depends on what is being set up and how it's being set up. But WooCommerce is the easiest, in all honesty. That's one thing they've got down really well. That's one thing they've done quite well. Block rockin' beats. So WorldPay, I would need a WorldPay plugin, but it seems like, are you sure for WooCommerce there is not a WorldPay? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? So WooCommerce WorldPay. So WooCommerce do have a plugin for that, which is $80. But have you checked? Have you checked the plugins? Like, have you actually gone through the plugins and typed in WorldPay? So if I go to plugins and I go to add new, right? So $80 you get the WooCommerce solution, and I think we've talked about their stupid prices enough today. If I do WorldPay, so there is one plugin, but that got 1 star, and it's been out for a year, so people weren't happy with that. You might end up in a scenario where your client has got to pay. If you have a client that goes, I don't want to use Stripe, I don't want to use PayPal, I don't want to use I want to use WorldPay, you have to then go, fine, but now you have to pay $80 to get the best plugin solution for the WooCommerce or whatever. You know, unless there is another WorldPay alternative, they have to pay for it. And when a client goes, oh no, I'm not paying for it, oh, I'm not happy, I just say, well, I'm really sorry, but you know, it's like someone saying, I want a house extension, but I want the entire ceiling to be glass, but I'm not going to pay for the glass, and I'm not going to pay for the infrastructure. I kind of go, well, can't do it then. You want it, you got to pay for it. $80 per year. And believe me, you will have clients that will not want to do that. They'll be like, no, we're not paying. Why should we pay? Blah, 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 blah. Why should we pay? You know, no, we're not doing this. It's like, fine, you don't have to do it, but don't blame me if you can't do what you need to do at the end of the day. And that, it sounds like such a dodgy way to talk to clients, but that's how I operate. You want it, you can have it, but you got to pay for it. WooCommerce. Yeah. Well, we've already spoken, haven't we, Pixar and others, about WooCommerce's pricing model is a pile of pants. They need to change it. Seriously change it, right? Big boo. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, digital. I am going to do a video and I'm going to send it to WooCommerce and I'm going to put it everywhere I can on social media and I'm going to explain to them what they need to do is have WooCommerce free and then have WooCommerce Premium. And the Premium can be something like $150 per year. $150 per year. That plugin will give you all of the WooCommerce add-ons. Right? People will pay for that. Charlie, can you install it first on yours? And then I'll add, once you've installed it, then I'll install the free version. And then I'll add the pro one on afterwards, okay? I'll make a note of that. You know, Charlie again. So Charlie gets pro. I'll install that, okay? Anyone who's noticed, when you're part of the Mastery membership, you get more than just advice and guidance and tips and support. Hey, we're doing okay, Mahboob. We're doing all right. How's your plans going for eventually coming over to England? How's things going there? The thing is, though, even with CrocoBlock, you're still having to pay extra and all that. And there's always a chance that the CrocoBlock solution might not work when there's an update. Oh no! I'd love to know what that plugin is, Pigstar. I'd love to know what is that plugin. Is it a good one? What is it? I'd love to know. Don't even try to guess what that voice was, because you won't understand. I know you mean a web page. Sorry, yeah, web page, but good luck. Sounds like you're in for a world of pain right now, aren't you? Trying to find out what it is. Yeah, SSRW. I think just make sure you haven't got any other CSS or any other codes anywhere affecting the slider or the carousel. Cheers, Charlie. It probably won't be till tonight, okay? Just I've made a note of it, alright. Just here. WP Social Ninja. I just wrote pro next to your name. Go remind myself which one. No, don't worry, Charlie. Thank you for just giving me one more thing I have to do today. You know, as if I don't have enough to do today. But, you know, I understand, Charlie. I understand. You know, you're just thinking about yourself. The trouble is, though, with the Ukraine leader is that he can ask for as much as he wants, but I don't think he's going to get much. I really don't. I think it's like, I think many people in the world, they're just waiting for that one moment where something lands in NATO territory or something like that, and then the world powers will get involved. But I think if UK and America knew that, if the West or any, and I don't, when I say the West, I don't just mean UK, America, I mean Europe, other places. If they knew, but if they attacked Russia or retaliated, whatever you want to call it, and China and India did not react in a way where they supported Russia, if they understood why, or like, let's say France right now attacked to stop Russia, if India and China respected and understood why, then I think there is less of a fear. Because right now there is a fear that what if you go in and Putin goes, right, let's launch a nuclear missile or whatever, and China support Russia and India as well, you know, powers. So China needs to step up to the table, in my opinion. We don't like to get all political here, by the way, but I think they need to step up and kind of go, this has to stop. This has to stop. Otherwise, it is going to get worse. Mahbub, is it possible to add PayPal only with email only with email? Yeah, I think yeah, you would normally use your email. The trouble is though, you got to have a business account now, I think, to get the PayPal to work. I think you've got to have a business account now. And I did do a video on that I posted up earlier as well. Funnily enough, someone asked the same question about PayPal. So let me just get you this video. Here you go. Mahboob. There you go. Exactly, Charlie, and that's the problem. Yeah, do you know something, Dave? Do you know something? I heard about this once. Was it Monday? Was it Sunday or Monday? I think it was Sunday. And there was no report anywhere. They literally fired quite a lot of missiles at the base. And there were deaths, I think, or something. I don't know. I'm sure there were some injuries or deaths or whatever. But there was nothing. And and it was almost like, hold on. Because I keep reading these reports that the leader of China is not liking what Russia are doing, but he's not going to say it. And it's like, what, you know, grow some balls, right? Grow some balls and sort it out. Hey, Edgard, how you doing? I'm okay. By the way, Edgard, Mahboob, you just joined in. Do not update to Elementor Pro 3.6.4. Do not update. There are issues with it, okay? 3.6.4, do not update. That's right. It's all the upheaval that this is going to cause. I mean, I'll tell you what, I'm really worried about energy costs. There's so much going on in the world, and it sounds ridiculous that I'm worried about energy costs, but I'm like, God, if they shoot up even more, I could probably get by just about. But what about people that are on the breadline, poverty? How will they pay? But China and India really need, and Pakistan, they all need to step up and go, no, this has gone, this is not needed. Food costs, yeah, everything. Hey George, India, China, Pakistan, those three for definite. They need to step up to the table and go, no, this has to stop. Okay, and do you know what? I love how people are trying to find. Yeah, I know about your costs. I won't come. They're trying to find a justification. Well, you know, if America and everyone had not put missiles and stuff in certain locations, whatever. Listen, they were preventative measures. They're not going to fire on anyone, right? And the justification for Russia invading Ukraine, there is none, right? Okay, because I tell you what, they've already got Belarus wrapped around their finger. They will eventually go after Moldova and everywhere else they want to go after. They will. They will grow to get back the Soviet Union. That is their aim. And, you know, Kazakhstan, all of these other places, you're going to get sucked in as well. And, you know, the way I see it, okay, when you have your friends, you know, India, Pakistan, China, and all of that, you might be friends now, but when people get greedy, they get greedy. And I just think people need to grow some balls, step up, and say, no, enough is enough, right? Enough is enough. And surely everyone who is just watching right now, they need to have their anti-nuclear, whatever, deterrent, whatever systems on the standby and ready to go as soon as they see a missile go. But my big worry is, here's my big worry. I am really worried that you're probably going to see Pakistan and India fight over Kashmir, China go after Taiwan, North Korea go after South Korea. You can literally see these pockets breaking up. Iran will probably fire on Israel, and you'll have this like literally like these wars kicking off mainly on the east side of the world, but it will have a worldwide global effect. And everyone that's kind of going, well, it's the West and all that, I just kind of go, stop using history to defend or explain what you want. And I'm fed up of hearing these arguments about Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria. I'm fed up of all of this, okay? Things were not done right or correctly 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, whatever. We have to learn the lessons, right? And if you're going to keep saying, oh, well, I'm not happy about the Iraq invasion, I'm not happy about Syria, I'm not happy about Palestine or Israel or whatever like that, okay? If you're going to say you support Russia because of that, I just feel like, really? That's your justification. And do you know what? The amount of people that I see on social media and TikTok going, well, there's people being killed in other places too. You have to understand, okay, this is not racism. Too many people are using the race card here, okay, about the colour of skin and blonde and blue eyes. I hear that all the time. It's not that. What you got to remember is there are some places in the world where there is always conflict, and there's always an aggressor on both sides, sometimes, and a defender. And all it takes is one thing and things kick off. It happens on a daily, monthly, weekly basis. It happens. But we're talking about a country that did not have civil war. We're talking about a country that was okay, right? That did not ask or promote or cause an invasion. There is a big difference between all the other wars and struggles you're talking about in the past, where there might have been a justification or there was not a justification, okay? But too many people are going, oh, well, you don't care, you're happy to take the Ukrainians in, but you didn't take XYZ in. There is a big difference, okay, between the people coming out, who are the refugees coming out, right? Okay, there is a big difference about the displacement there. There you go. I'm not going to go any more about it because I could go on, but that's my rant. Done. Sorry, Edgar, I totally ignored your question. So what's your table content problem in Elementor? What is it? I mean, what a name, hey, Dave. For their missile, this Satan 2. I mean, what a name. Exactly, there are going to... I mean... Can you imagine a world where suddenly we are living in a destitute, dystopian world where neighbours will become enemies? You'll be looking over your shoulder when you're going to get food. There's a chance you're going to get attacked if you've got a bit of money or you've got food. What? Are we going to move into that kind of world? For what? For a bit of land? For a bit of, hey, I beat you? So when people start criticising like the West and all of that, the UK, America and everyone, for what happened in the past 10 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever, I sort of kind of go, yeah, but you know what? I'd rather live there than be somewhere else where I'm in continuous civil war, which is often caused by religion, power struggles and greed. So when you say iframe, do you mean iframe, Edgard? Do you mean iframe? How long have we been live? We've been live now for 2 hours and 49 minutes. That's a long time. But I'm really fed up of people that are coming up, appearing on the news, and they're distorting. Look, some reporters have come on and used the wrong words. They've said stuff like, when we see Ukrainians, with blonde hair, blue eyes, or whatever, blah, 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 blah. It's been twisted to make it sound like it's all about race. It's not. You got to understand, they're talking about from the point of view that they're used to seeing people from Syria, Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, all these places leaving their countries as refugees, coming through to get to somewhere else. They're used to seeing that. What they're now seeing is something they have not witnessed before. Mass movement of people from a different race or whatever. It is not about racism. They're just giving you an observation. So some commentators need to stop twisting that. Edgard, you can't send links on the YouTube chat. Oh my god, Elementor Island. I'm not sure about that, because if someone's updating the island, we're all screwed. Jimmy, we're screwed. As soon as an update occurs, we're sinking. The island is gone. It's like Lost. It'll just move to another part of the world. Edgard, we can't see your link. Oh, sorry, yeah, you might need to email it over here. No, but Edgard, that's YouTube. YouTube does not allow you to post links in the chat. It doesn't allow you to post in the chat. Oh, sorry, I wrote the email wrong. Ba-boom. Dun dun. That helmet ain't gonna do jack all, Jimmy. I'll tell you now. That helmet is not gonna help me. Pick the Guardian will be the fool who updated. That is so true. Right, Edgard, I'm looking at your thing. Okay, right. So let me just share this on screen, all right? Because it always helps us to understand what we're looking at here. Right, okay, so Edgard, can you direct us a little bit here? So the content box, which content box? Are you talking about this box? Which box are you talking about? Tell us where to go. What are you looking at? So where do we need to go on the page, Edgard? My screen is too big. This is on my MacBook. I'm not sure. So you want to reduce the screen? Are you sure? This is a MacBook Air. This is only like a Mac. This is just a laptop screen I'm looking at. So where should we be? The hero banner or the whereabouts are we looking? Whereabouts are we looking? Which bit? Command. Command? There's nothing called command. Yeah, you're going to have to send a screenshot because I'm not sure what you mean. I mean, if you tell us which bit of the word you're looking at, we can have a look. Yeah. Oh, all right. Yeah. But I'm not sure. I'm still not sure what we're meant to be looking at. I'm still not sure because like I could do this all day long. I'm still not sure what are we focusing on here? What are we looking at here? You know, there's quite a lot on here, but I'm still not sure what are we focusing on? I know, Pix. I'm not sure. When he said command, I did a search for the word command, and it didn't. I was like, what? Is there a section called command? Right, Edgar. Right, so. Oh, you mean your contents? That's not on there. Yeah, there you go. You mean that. There you go. Right. There we go. Right. So you're talking about this. Right? Yeah, but this, yeah, would be... So what you would have to do, okay, is this could be a... Right, how to explain it, okay? How to explain it. There's two ways you could do this. Way number one is that this is like a section, right? And you make it a sticky top, but it's not sticky top. You position it, and then when you scroll, see how it sticks? Because now it's hit the top, and you've offset it. So you could do it like that. That's number one. Number two way is this is all one massive section, right? And it's a very big section, and this is a sticky column. So this sticky column will stay in place until you get to here, and then it scrolls up because now you've got a brand new section. So you could do a sticky column like that. So that's what you could do. You could do a sticky column. I mean, it's a very big section, I have to say. But you could do a sticky column. Does that make sense? Yeah, so if you've done it, you should be okay then. Should be okay. Yeah, exactly what George said. Sticky column. I mean, there's a lot of content in there, but that would do it. And the great thing is that as soon as you then scroll past the last section where it fits in, then it disappears out of view. Not in the same kind of way the animation did, but I think that would do it. So what is the question about? Right, okay, so we're going back now. So what is the question about the So what's the question again? What's the question? What's your question about this? Are you talking about the way it hovers, or are you talking about this button here? These? What is... Let me just go back up again and see what you said again. Yeah. Right, so you want this bit here with the button. I have to be honest though, I'm not actually liking these buttons. I just feel like I'm expecting the user. I mean, look here. That added absolutely nothing. They have to click just to read the word playbooks. I do not see the benefit to that at all. So I don't know. I'm not sure how you would do that. I'll be honest. I'm not even but I don't see the. I mean, maybe you've got loads more content, but is that what it is? Yeah, Edgar, you're gonna have to explain a bit more. You're gonna have to explain. So change the height. What? Hold on, I've just got a phone call. I've just got to cancel the call. Hold on. Sorry, just had to cancel a call then that was coming in. Yeah, but look, as I scroll, are you talking about as it moves? You're talking about the shading. Is that what you mean, Edgard? So you're saying that as you scroll up and down, it starts to highlight the individual areas. Is that what you're talking about? Right, so you're talking about that. Right, so if you inspect that now, okay. I mean, I don't know. There's going to be some JavaScripting going on there, isn't there? Is that what you're after? So when you scroll up and down, it's the grey shaded effect. Is that what you mean? I'm still not sure. I'm still not sure what you're after. But it is going to be a lot of Java. I mean, I'm not going to get involved into JavaScripting, I'll tell you now. I'm not going to lose sleep over that. But it just looks to me like JavaScripting. Yeah, Pixar says, yeah. Just help my cat in. Yeah, so you're going to have to do a bit of JavaScripting there. Someone here might be able to help you. Or you might have to employ someone. But that, yeah, I have to be honest, JavaScripting's not my forte. I don't like to get too involved into that because you got to be an expert on that. Is it for you or for a client? And if it's for a client, are they going to pay for it? No, I mean, is this for you or a client? If it's for a client and they really, really want it, then I would get them to pay for. Right, and does the client want that? If the client wants that, tell them to increase their budget by another $1,000 and say you'll go and employ a JavaScript developer to create the code to do that. Because you're not going to get... I think you're going to struggle to find a plugin that's going to do that. And I would be wary of employing anyone who says, yeah, I'll do it for $50. I'll work that out for you. Because I bet it's going to be a lot more work than that. So watch out, okay? Don't get scammed or someone makes you think, yeah, we'll do it really dirt cheap, easy, because it's going to be a bit more work than that. But that's the reason I don't like getting involved into JavaScripting. because there's going to be extra levels of work. And then if you get someone to create a code for you that does that, what then happens if that coder drops dead? Will someone else be able to pick up that code and rework it for you? What if the client then says, actually, I now want it a bit different? The developer will say, fine, but you've got to pay me for it. So there's sometimes I don't like to do certain types of websites or certain features because I don't want the headache of it. I just want to be able to go, boom, 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 we do this, we do that, we move on. I don't want the stress, because if I got a developer who's now doing a solution, I'm now stressing that they do it right. And if they do it wrong, I've got to go back to them before I go back to the client. And I just can't. I've been there before and I know. And when the developer doesn't do what you thought you were going to get, even though you made it crystal clear, you still got to pay them. But the client ain't going to be happy about paying if they didn't do exactly what you wanted, but they did what they thought was right and how they did it, and you're probably still going to pay them. So who pays for it? Loss of money, income. So always put it down to, hey, Ibrahim, hope you're okay. So I would say, Edgard, always put it down to, does the client really, 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 really need it? Are they desperate to have that? And if they're desperate to have it, tell them to pay for it. Plain and simple. In fact, I would say make sure you get $2,000 off them, because you've got to play the Elementor, and also get them to pay for stress time. Because you believe me, you know, if you say to your developer, right, you got 2 days to do it, and then it's on day 4 and they've still not done it, you're going to be stressing out, because it stops you working on the rest of the page. Because now you want to know, does that code work and do what you need? Hey, yeah, we're okay, Ibrahim. Hope you're good. We're good. We're happy. Or I'm kind of happy. I'm not getting done as much as what I wanted to do. I've just done one thing. There's one thing I've done. There's still a few other stuff I need to do. But I'm setting myself up for loads of work. I'm actually going to it's now 3 hours we've been live, so I am going to, and Ibrahim, you've just joined, so I'm really sorry. I am going to shut down this live chat because we've been live now 3 hours. So I am going to shut this one down in 2 minutes. So you got 2 minutes to ask something or not. So I'm really sorry, Ibrahim, because you've just joined. Because if I stop talking, I can really hit hard on a few things I need to double check and sort out. But, as always, it's been fun. And I think we went on a very big tangent today, didn't we? Talking about Russia and stuff. And if I offended anyone, I'm really sorry. Didn't mean to, okay? But I think something needs to happen to stop this war, because I worry about where it's going. Cool, Ibrahim, you're watching from the start. Wow. That's nice to know, actually, that you are watching from the start. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to stop this chat now. I will see you all soon. Tomorrow, hopefully we'll be continuing to work on one of our construction websites. Now we've got some further details come from them. Just to fine-tune the homepage. But I will... Oh, Ibrahim said, do I like Royal add-ons for Elementor? Not tested it. Royal add-ons, not tested it. So, don't know much about it. But yeah. Right, take care, everyone. I'll catch you all again soon. Bye.